Alrighty then. Shall we get this show on the road? Hello. Good lord, it's been a minute since I used the old personal channel. You've seen the non-basement apartment. You've seen my downright normal abode I live in now, but you haven't seen it. Maybe, I mean, you have on the Moonshot Twitch, but I don't just show off my possessions there. I do that here. Here is the kind of place where you can see the various item. Look at all of my item, everyone. Everyone, it's my item. It's my wonderful item. This is actually like a more zoomed in shot than I expected. Oh, I have disrupted one of my monitors. Folks, a lot of things. Hi, Seraph. Thank you so much. I guess I just need to adjust how zoomed in this is, because what I was hoping to show on camera is this map of the Hoenn region I have in the background. Obviously, it's very faint back there, but it is some very cool art I picked up at MagFest the other weekend that I really like. It's very cool. It has like very cute stylized artwork of like all the gym leaders and all the Pokemon around the region, just kind of like dotted around where you'd find them, and it's all like original illustrations that like imitate the sprite art from Gen 3. And I found that very cool. They had them. I don't know. I can grab their business card later so I can like plug who it is. Not that you're seeing it anyway. But just a cool thing. They did them for the first 4 regions. They also had like some very cool Pokemon pinball art. My friend Ruby got all 4 Pokemon ones, and I think they also got there was one of the Final Fantasy IX world map, which is just like it's beautiful. If they ever did 10, if they ever did Spira, I would be all over that. The only item that is in my possession. Exactly. Seraph and Niels, thank you so much for joining me. FYI, Marn and Mac are streaming later. We'll go raid them. I think they're starting at 8 EST. They're doing The Witness tonight. We'll raid them once they're going. I just felt like doing this for a while. And we'll probably overlap, so obviously if you're a viewer of this stream and you're a viewer of Moonshot streams, I won't mind if you skitter and scatter and skedatter back and forth. That's okay by me. But yeah, that's what's going on. It's nice to be using this channel again. OBS randomly is not visibly showing my chat window, so I have the Twitch page called up with chat there, so I'm just like managing my windows a little. Hope y'all are doing well. Hope everyone's doing good. I don't think I have, you've got multiple devices engaged. That is a powerful thing to do. That's right, I'm going to war with the Moonshot Podcast Network. Those fucks. No, I mean, listen, we have programming going on over there just about every night of the week right now, which is like genuinely like awesome. Like, cause Claudia started doing the King's Dilemma stuff on Wednesdays, which I was gonna try and be part of those, but I realized I really shouldn't be part of a 3rd stream per week on the Moonshot channel. You know, yeah, like between, let's see, it's me and Claudia, then it's Marn and Mac, then it's Claudia and Pat and Wheels, and I think PB, I forget who's on King's Dilemma, and then it's Tactics Thursdays, and then it's Astoria Homies, and then it's the Zero Escape, and then it's Sleepover Sundays. So like an ideal week, we have stuff going out literally every single day of the week over there, and that kicks ass. Like, that's really fucking cool. That is something like we really wanted to, I think, get to, not as like we need programming all the time, but just as like a it would be cool thing. I think we were talking from like pretty early days of Moonshot about like this would just be really cool to get to this point. You know, it would be really cool to get to the point where like we have something going on there every single night. And so part of that means that I'm not gonna worry about what's going on over there, you know, to decide when I'm gonna stream here. I can't worry about that because there could be something any night. And I know obviously that was in jest, but like it is like a thing that, you know, you do sort of like think about a little bit, because obviously like it's not like one of these is my job over the other. Like this one is a more flexible commitment because it's just me on my own channel and I do it when I want. I also just like talking about this stuff. I enjoy talking about like the weird little creative processes. was plugging the stream somewhere. I like talking about how these things work and, like, you know, what the little conversations are. Yeah, we got everyone on that thing. Yeah, good lord. But so tonight we're gonna play. Oh, before I talk about that, there's one thing I need to do. Actually, I can talk about this while I look up what I need to do. Pokemon Showdown sprites. So, in just a Discord server I'm in with some Moonshot people, some not. A bunch of us. I'm thriving right now, everyone, because this is a server where sometimes they're all in on like Balloon SMP and like Minecraft series that I don't really follow, and that's all great. But for the first time in a little while in this server, the big thing of conversation is that a bunch of us have been playing or replaying Pokemon Sword and Shield. Where is your shiny? How do I... Oh, no, these are all shiny, I understand. And for me, it's kind of a first... I attempted a replay of Sword and Shield like 3 years ago, I don't know, at some point a while back. And it didn't really happen. It just, it was fine. I was having an all right time, but I think what I was lacking was just like people to talk about it with. And that's what I have right now. I mean, obviously I'm creating that by doing this here, but also just people are doing it with me. A bunch of us are, for some of us, it's the first time. Paddington of Moonshot Stuff is in that server and is enjoying it for the first time. They beat it. I think yesterday they beat it, and liked it overall, I think. Pat and I have been talking a lot about Pokemon. Keep an eye out for the second episode of a new series on the Moonshot Patreon, where we will talk a little more about that. But I've been having a great time getting into that, and part of that, Onion, buddy, you know you're my boo. This isn't gonna change that. But I've got someone to bring in, and don't get mad. Okay, don't get mad, please. I look. It's not the first time I've brought a new face into our humble abode. It probably won't be the last. I want you to be chill, Onion. I want you to be chill. I have brought you a new friend. I have brought you Onion. This new friend is so cold. Look at her shiver. She needs your warmth. She needs what? I'm gonna put you guys next to each other. You need to help this motherfucker out. She is literally so chilly. She is so chilly. Yeah. So I lucked out very, very heavily. This is what did I name you? Did I name you Gwaflinda? Gufflinda, I believe. We'll find out in a minute. I lucked out and I was running around the wild area and just like catching whatever before even going towards like the first gym. I was just like, I don't fucking know what I want. And I ran into a shiny Snorunt. I'll show you her in a moment. Right now, she's just a Snorunt, which is a good way of saying she's not a good Pokemon. But she will be, because the pronoun assignment is as dictated by the game. She is female. That means we can Frostlass this lady, and we're gonna have a good time doing that. So I am going to transition us over to the gamer's realm. Here we are now. Onion, buddy, what did I just say? Onion, I love you. It's nothing against you, but we gotta let your new friend get in here. There you are. Frost, that lass. There you go. You'll go right down there. Beautiful. Wondrous. Yeah, and this is also the first time I have it's been a while since I've streamed anything with the Elgato, so that's also kind of new. I mean, not new, but like just haven't done it in a while. Chat's kind of awkward there, huh? Well, the whole thing's awkward because I designed this for streaming Game Boy games, not for like widescreen aspect ratio. Let's just jump in and play a little bit of Pocket Monsters, shall we? Is it okay if we do that? Is everyone good? Is everyone like in favor of that idea at this time? Ugh. Frost, that lass. Gamers, snow check. In honor of Snow Run and Frost Lass, it is in fact snowing outside. Let me turn this down. You shouldn't be getting... Okay, good. I have the game audio playing through my computer speakers because I'm looking at the game just through my other monitor, and I had to like make sure you weren't getting a bunch of echoed audio. Oh, no! Listen. There's nothing awkward. There's nothing parasocial. There's nothing in any way bad. It's not snowing yet, but you're hoping for a storm. So Tuesday is one of my in-office days at my job, but we were kind of told, like, hey, leave at 2 because we're supposed to get snow, and it started falling as I was leaving, basically, or like right before I was leaving. So I have been I've been obviously doing this like on my own. Here's the crew right now. We just beat the second gym. Here's Smackerel. I started with Thwaggy because I was talking to Andrew about this, and like he made me realize I've never really thought about Grookey in my life. There's nothing particularly wrong with the boy. I just have never seriously considered using Grookey ever. I don't love it. It's kind of in the category, and I think all 3 Sword and Shield starters have this problem where like they're all a little too mascot-y. I'm actually, just because there's so much fucking glare on my glasses, I think I need new glasses, not because my prescription has changed, but because I need, like, better, anti-glare on my glasses. Yeah, that's fair. They're all fine. None of these starters blow my hair back. Sobble's my least favorite, and Sobble's the one I picked when I played these games originally. So we got Smackerel. Smackerel's doing a lot of carrying so far. Lumbolt, I just learned that you can, catch a Chinchou in the waters in, what is it, Hulberry, where we are? Where you fight Nessa, where you fight, Moonshot Podcast Network's own Nessa, Dead Team House Party's own Nessa. So I'm really excited for that. I should back up. My rule in this is that I am only using Pokemon I've never really used in a, like, regular run before. There are some that I've used in Nuzlocke or in like Emerald Rogue. Like I know we've had a Lantern at some point in Emerald Rogue, but like stuff that I've never played in a normal Pokemon game. Yeah, streamer specs or something. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm fighting by their own admission the like 20th most on-camera person at Moonshot, Nessa. So we got that. Here's Gaflinda. Gaflinda came to me. Gaflinda appeared here. I can show you in my little scrapbook. Let's take a little look back in time. Okay. I took a picture of these trainers. These gym trainers are funny looking. Just the like, they got a weird body shape. They've got the world's biggest foreheads. Like, there's something a little bit like Usopp coded. I don't know. There's something I can't quite put my finger on about these motherfuckers. But where... Look at you! Look at you and your big grin! You're so happy! You're so smiley! Look at you! Look at we're having curry together. We're playing with a ball. We're playing with a toy. We're hanging out. There's where I caught it. There's where I encountered it. Wow. And that was just really exciting. I don't know why I took a picture. I guess I took a picture of this lab because I like this lab. What else? What the fuck else? What was the last game I took photos of? Oh yeah, I started playing Animal Crossing again for one day. taking creeper shots in the trees. Anyway. And then just like other things from ages ago. I guess I took some shots that I thought looked nice in Zelda at one point. Anywho. Snorunt. Look at that. Female Snorunt, so we'll be able to Frost Lass it in due time. Here's Hypercube. There is no theme with these names if you haven't noticed. Hypercube, the Slowpoke. It's gonna take a long time to get the ability to Slowbro this motherfucker. I don't actually know the right level range to go in and do the DLC, which I have. Like, I just have it bought and it's on my Nintendo account. But basically, as soon as you're in Motostoke and you've done a couple things, you can go to the Motostoke station and you can just go in there and this Slowpoke's there and you can do the like little scene that starts what will be the DLC story where you meet your DLC rival, the Poison Lady or the Psychic Man with his amazing top hat, who I have because this is S.H.I.E.L.D. And I don't know, Hypercube was there. I've never used this guy. I've never used Galarian Slowpoke. Themes are hard. Yeah, I've only... That wasn't Ages, that was Echoes. I'm putting the glasses back on, and glare be damned, I need to be able to look at chat and see it clearly out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, I don't know shit about this guy, other than that he get Poison Squirt Gun later. Horse, here's Horse. Here's the other mainstay of our team right now. Horse was from a raid in one of the dens when I spent a lot of time running around the wild area before like going to a single gym, doing really anything. And boy, what a good ground type this guy is. Attack favorite, literally the nature I would want. He's freaking adamant, and he's just, I don't know, he's a good horse. Yeah, I've never used Clydesdale before, because in Sun and Moon, I already had a Alolan Dugtrio, which I really liked. And then we got a Sizzlipede, which in Sword and Shield, I like briefly had one of these, and then I swapped it out for Carkol for that line. And so we're doing Sizzlipede. I like his little fiery mustache. One of the reasons I chose Sizzlipede, I mean, one is that I like fire and bug as a typing. Reminds me of my guy Volcarona. But another reason is just, I think very fondly on, like, going to the fire gym, the next gym we're going to. And, oh, let me murder this guy. Yeah, hey, what's up, bitch? Let me, hey, can I just, hey, Nuts Pun, can I just, obliterate you into the sun real quick? Can I just drop kick you? I'm already very cheap. Yeah, listen, when it comes easy, it comes easy. What does that sentence mean, Petroquin? Okay, so, I don't know, I just remember very fondly going to the fire gym and this guy's evolution being the first Gigantamax you see, and it's just this enormous, like, it's like a dragon-looking centipede. And I really like that. I am on record that I love anytime a Pokemon that isn't just like a dragon looks like really genuinely monstrous. I just think that's cool. And that does that very well. What's up, ball guy? I don't think I talked to you before. So yeah, this is really, you know, I played these games when they came out, which in retrospect was a few months before COVID. And long-timers to what used to be called the Hi, I'm Jay YouTube channel will have seen a video essay I made back before these games launched about how everyone's reaction was like being overblown. Oh yeah, we gotta go have fucking lunch with the chairman. We're gonna talk about the story in this game, because man, it has so many good ideas and cool things, and then the Chairman Rose stuff, I think just like, is so unfortunate. Like, I just think it really falls flat. Well, we're not gonna get too much into that here, because we're only a couple gyms deep, but like, damn, man, this is one of multiple load-bearing dinners we're about to have with the big villain of this game. Everyone get ready for a load-bearing banquet. Oh, hello, you're here. Let's celebrate your recent victory. Oh, were you invited too? Hi, Sonia. Why are you here? I genuinely forget why you're here. I love Sonia. Sonia's a really good character. I think the part of this game... Yeah, it's a seafood town. We're eating seafood. And we're just not talking about what that is. He's quite indebted to Professor Magnolia. because she was the one. We don't talk about that often because the professor in this region is the one who like is kind of responsible for Chairman Rose having been able to like capitalize on Dynamaxing and like turn Pokemon gyms into a huge sport phenomenon. That's fascinating. Underwhelmed you pretty majorly? Yeah, the catching without badges thing, I agree. I really love the wild area in some ways. I think it really works as like specifically a successor to like the Safari Zone, where it's you know, it's got these areas, it's got different effects on those areas. I think it really works in that way, and I really like running around it and catching stuff, especially early on. Yeah, and then but then there's stuff like what both of you in chat are saying, where it's like, why are we, I don't know. Why are we not letting the cool shit happen on screen? Also, look at how just like blue gradient this wall is. It's kind of insane. Professor Magnolia's worried. We're gonna visit the vault and Hammerlock. Oleana's gonna arrange some shit. Exception to how catching works normally. Yeah. I think no matter what, it was like an interesting idea. Man, the entire purpose of that cutscene was to like let us know that he's interested in Dynamaxing, and I guess to know about a vault. Sonya's got good character design. Like, if you look at like her hair and her eyes and this impossible jacket she's wearing, there's a lot of like curved lines with like a curve that mirror each other. It's a good character design. In general, there's a lot of good character designs in this game. Chairman Rose is nothing, but also, I did do like kind of moonshot colors as close as I could do. Do you have anything worth saying? Captain's table. What do they serve here? We didn't even eat food. I guess I'm gonna go back into the woods and make some curry. Fuck you. I like Hop. From what I've heard, he's holed up now in Galar Mine number 2, undergoing some special training. We can take him on in Motostoke even if we zip right over there, putting the brakes on our gym challenge. Let's head to mine number 2 ourselves. Yeah, so like just talking about Sword and Shield, you know, I think the gyms being this big sporting event is a really good way to like, it really works as a way to make them into a thing that like everyone's talking about, you know? Like, it's kind of interesting that as Pokemon's gone on, like Sun and Moon and these games, it's Scarlet and Violet, but it feels a little different in Scarlet and Violet, all feel like they are trying new ways to make like the gym challenge or the equivalent to gym challenge be like a sort of culturally important thing, right? Where like in Sun and Moon, the island trials are like a thing you do if you live in Alola. They're kind of a rite, or a thing you can do. They're a rite of passage. And in this, the gym challenge is like a huge national sporting event. And even in Paldea, they kind of treat it that way, where it's like this very exciting like rite of passage for students. You know, it's part of this treasure hunt that you're on. I don't care about any of these. Mistakes aren't bad if you cook with your mates. They make for funny stories. That's so true. It's like the time I got condensed milk and evaporated milk confused at the grocery store, and I made some really bad mac and cheese for 6 people. Just a thing that happened. Really like that thing. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's good that that's a thing they're doing. I think I really want to make a video essay. And replaying these, I guess, is like unofficially research. I'm not taking notes, but I feel like maybe I should. I feel like it is kind of research for this video essay, where like I just want to talk about and explore like the Switch era of Pokemon's been fucking weird, dude. Like, it's been a very, very odd time. And I'm sure Legends ZA will give us one more chapter of that. It's been a weird pubescent era in Pokemon. A lot of people got mad at parts of it. And then worse things happened, and it got kind of silly that people were mad about what they were mad about. And so, like, I don't know. The Switch era of Pokemon is kind of one of the most interesting eras of Pokemon. And I want to do, like, some kind of video essay just breaking that down. Maybe it's got to be a multi-parter. Oh, they got Shellos in here. I've used that before, but I want one. I love you, Shellos. You're my friend. Milk with a weird word in front of it is easy to confuse with milk with a weird word in front of it. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Obviously you can break apart any era of Pokemon, but like this has been so much growing pains. There's been so much growing pains in the Switch era, and even looking back on it now, playing through this, I have allowed myself to feel joy. I've been struck a lot more by the things that work about these games. Like really, I have. Hey, Seraph, thanks for the Prime. I meant to say that earlier, but you did it before I started, and I just realized I don't think I ever said it. And, thank you so much. You're a wonderful human being, genuinely. But, like, you know, as what happens with, like, any game, any movie, any book, anything, you start to notice the things that are, like, maybe being compromised in service of other things. And it's worth, like, studying what those are here versus what they are in other Switch Pokemon games. I need to get a new copy of Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee if I'm going to do that. I just kind of remembered that as I was talking about it, because, I mean, I guess an ex of mine has my copy of Let's Go Eevee, and we're, like, on good terms. I could probably ask them to send it to, like, mail it to me, but it's been 5 years. We were dating when these games came out, and so I think that game, that belongs to them now, pretty easily. So I need to get a new copy of that. Maybe I'll get Let's Go Pikachu since I didn't play that one before. Those are games I would like. I finished that Pokedex. I'm not using this Shellos. I'm just catching it because I like it. I completed the Pokedex in those games. I was ultimately kind of mixed on those games. I don't know. I can only go to Kanto so many times. I'm a Hoenn kid, not a Kanto kid. Hello, another watered ground type. Yeah, exactly. It's like I could ask, like, we're cool, but that video game belongs to them. I am not trying to catch everything. So fuck this guy. Lumbolt, when do you evolve? I don't know a lot about Chinchou. I just love, like, water and electric is such a good typing. It's you! It's Beed. Beady? I always assumed it was Beady, but I have no idea if I'm right. Okay, we're not fighting. Or we are fighting. Are we going for a little will they, won't they, Bead? Yeah, fuck it. This guy sucks, but he has probably, like, he might have the best arc out of any of the rivals in these games. I don't know. I like him and Marnie's arcs more than Hop's, and I like Hop's arc, but I think where it ends is kind of sad for him in a way that just feels like, damn, man, you couldn't have done anything else. Like, I don't know. There's no way he outspeeds, right? Yeah, come on. Like, the arc is really good, I think. I really like Hop, actually, as a rival. I love when he starts changing up his team at you because he's getting, like, mad. He's getting, like, frustrated that he keeps losing to you and he's trying anything. That's right, we learned type matchups. I think that's really good. But then, like, the fact that, like, he kind of gives up on his dreams at the end. Like, he says he's gonna become a Pokemon professor. That's cool, but he is just kind of giving up on his dreams a little, and it's really sad. He gives up on those dreams after he gets after he gets a legendary Pokemon. Man, they do just give rivals potions. Good for them. And then Marnie's also good. I like Marnie. The Moonshot Podcast Network's own Marnie. Yeah, Seraph, exactly. Like, especially since he is, the champion's brother. It would have been really cool if he had an arc where he realized he could still be a good trainer. Like, that's a kid who should become a gym leader. Like, oh, I'm not gonna be, or at some point, something like that. Maybe if, here's a funny thing. If they had done the, oh crap, are you fairy now? No, you're not. I don't think. If they had done the thing that they were going to do with these games and had to scrap, allegedly, where they were going to include, like, a whole minor league of Pokemon, of, like, little minor league Pokemon gyms that were the other types, then, like, give him one of those. Like, give him the normal type one of those. That is what should have happened to Hop. He should have become a normal... He has 2 normal types on his team. Hello! I don't know. Let him have a role as a trainer that still fulfills him as a trainer. Why not? I don't know, man. I don't get it. Alright. Is Galarian Ponyta already fairy or no? I think we're gonna put out the bug type just because Smackle's low. A Sith rival, Steel Honing Steel. Yeah, it's fun to be streaming this because I've been having a lot of thoughts about these games, obviously. Another interesting thing about these games I'm noticing, I'm thinking about a lot. I know it becomes Psychic Fairy. I don't know if it is yet, because I know Hatenna doesn't until it evolves. And I think that's also true for this horse. Let's find out. That was a crit. Alright. It will not crit a second time in a row. It won't do that. That won't happen. Not to us, no way. Wondrous. Lumbolt, I do need to start actually investing in you. Oh, he's mad. He's mad. Oh, he showed a little effort, so he decided he should let us win, everybody. We believe that. Do we believe that? Is that true? Ugh. You're not weak, you just lack talent. Dude, I just shoved your face in the dirt with a monkey and a little bug. Yeah, Galarian Ponyta's just psychic. I thought so, because I thought nothing in his team was fairy until... Hello. I kind of want a Noibat, to be honest. Or I would if it didn't evolve so late. I like Noivern a lot. Yeah, he's like all mono psychic right now. That's so I was gonna say something that I was thinking about that I hadn't thought about and then did using my huge brain is the fact that like the types I feel like you see the most. Obviously, gym leader types vary a lot, but like the focused types that you have to think about the most in this game that like reoccurring rivals and stuff have are like dark, fairy, psychic, and steel, and like stuff like that that you don't see in that recurring a role that often, and I think that's neat. I think that's a cool thing about these games. Like, just the fact that there's all these... I have heard someone call Sword and Shield era Psychic Fairy, like, the fire and fighting of Gen 8 of the Switch. And I think that's really apt, actually. Like, Psychic Fairy is just such a juggernaut for a while. Man, very different Pokemon can show up in here from time to time that you're in here. I'm not going to fight a million wild Pokemon, but I'll fight one or two. Lumbolt, you could use a little more chutzpah. Oh. I know we've kind of just started. I might go get some tea in a little bit. We got that dry, snowy night air because the water in the air is all crystallizing into snow. A fun science fact about how snow and moisture in the air and cold weather works. Snow check. Yeah, it's snowing. Just so everyone knows. Gaflinda, it's snowing. Did you know that? Tea is truly the best. A hate crime. Okay, I shouldn't say that. A not real hate crime. Just to like super clarify, a not real hate crime has happened against me and my fellow coworkers at my job. So I work in like a 9-story building. It's not a huge building, but like it's 9 floors. And I work on the 7th floor. And the every floor has had a shitty little coffee machine. It's not a Keurig, but it's like a Keurig. It's like a Keurig, but instead of Keurig pods, it's these little like bags, and they have a little plastic thing at the top. They're like foil bags that have like coffee grounds in them or like hot chocolate mix in them. Little hard plastic thing at the top. So you open up this little gate and you put it in like it's on a coat hanger, and you close it, and it makes terrible, terrible coffee with that. But it also just has a hot water dispenser, right? So you know you can make tea. And there has been historically, one on every floor. And I'll look up when this motherfucker evolves real quick. Chinchou evolution. Oh, we're getting attacked. When do you evolve into Lantern? So, we had one of these machines on every floor, right? Except the first floor, because, okay, 27. We're about to get to Lantern. Beautiful. Cool. After I'm done streaming, I might hop in and yap with Martin and Mac while they play The Witness. Hold on. I'm planning to raid y'all when done on my channel. May pop in then and say hey. So those coffee and hot water and stuff machines have gone away recently for reason of funny. So to back up, my job is unionized. How nice. We love that. It is good to be that way. And us being, I might have talked about this on stream. I was part of a 2-day strike over the summer. We struck for 2 days. It was a calculated 2-day thing. I've only been in this job for a year, but the union has been trying to get recognized by leadership for like 3 years, since 2021. Long time. And it was because of like really shitty practice by the old CEO. I'm not gonna dox my workplace. I was about to tell you about how you could read about my awful former CEO, but I'm actually not gonna do that. But people were not getting raises anymore. Maternity leave benefits were really bad. The CEO was trying to push everyone to be like in office 5 days a week again, and kept like shit talking the union and the fact that we were hybrid to like the summer interns and stuff. It was literally last summer we had an intern on my floor who I became pretty good friends with, and she told me that she and the other interns were gathered in front of the CEO and basically told, like, oh, it's too bad you weren't here before the union ruined our beautiful in-office culture, which, full disclosure, was a culture of, like, toxicity and fear and emotional abuse and multiple people leaving where I work because this CEO was such a, like, awful human being to them. Just, like, exceptional dog shit behavior. And so, the CEO announced she was retiring. We all knew she was retiring. And we knew when. And so the idea was to do a, like, calculated 2-day-long strike about a month before the new guy, the new CEO, who had just been named, came into the position. The idea being, hello, new guy. Oh, I forgot. I fell into Pokemon's trap. The idea was to say, hello, new guy. We're the union. We're serious. We have been treated very badly, and we expect you to do better by us. And I was on a picket line for 2 days in July, holding signs. There was a verge, because my job is, like, there's probably 50 people who go into that office, and then another, like, 70 who are remote, because we have, like, my job is a job where we have, like, offices around the country and shit like that. Lumble, you cannot take a hit. And I don't love that for you. And, that's right. You'd never say fuck you to me, a favored streamer. Hello, I'm a favored streamer. I love that. Hi, I'm Jay, favored streamer. So the new CEO starts, and he pretty quickly, like, he acknowledges almost immediately that stuff's been bad with the union. And we all learned pretty quickly that it's not like it was, like, the C-suite in general at where I work. It was literally just this one person, just the CEO, who was like, fuck the union, I love the life removal machine, why don't my little minions want to get into life removal machine anymore, And so now we're a recognized union. But so part of what happened is that, like, the new CEO, who relative scaled to the fact that I am talking about a CEO, the new CEO seems like a pretty nice guy, actually. Like, I've met him a few times. He's made a lot more efforts to, like, meet our people who are in DC, etc., etc. I don't need to capture this guy. Why do I care? Now it's petty, actually. I do have to catch this guy. It's a matter of principle. So, along with the union being recognized and us getting, like, I just got, like, not only did we all get raises to, like, get us up to, like, the median of what our jobs are in our field, we also got, like, retroactive raises to a couple months' pay, so I got a little extra money last month, which was very nice. He also hired this consultant. He hired this consultant who has done a lot of, like, if anyone's watched Severance and seen season 2 of Severance and seen them be like, yes, in recognition of what you guys did, we put new snacks in the snack machine, and we've organized new company retreats, and, like, these things that are really vapid and don't actually mean anything. That's what we're talking about. Like, obviously, that's the thing, is, like, we did get the raise. We did get recognition. So we are getting actual benefits. But we're also getting this weird dude completely renovating our lunchroom and getting rid of all the normal coffee machines and adding a, like, Nespresso machine thing that doesn't make a normal fucking cup of coffee to the first floor, and adding, like, we have this new machine. I'm not using Astonish. We have this new machine that is like a Coke Freestyle machine, but only for, like, flavored waters and seltzers. And so he's like, oh, everyone, he got rid of, like, half the tables in the lunchroom. The goal was to, like, have the lunchroom be more of a community space, and so, of course, he got rid of half of the tables and chairs. But added, like, a bunch of, like, you know, like like 3 fancy chairs around a big table in place of 4 tables with 3 chairs around each of them where people could sit and eat lunch. That's the level of genius operation we're working with here. I think I'm always going to care more about paralysis than about charge. Unless, do I want it for the special defense? No. Wait, how good is Confuse Ray? It's good. Alright. Yeah, that's not a community space. And he also... Get this. We also have a tech bar there, which opened today. Now, we have like 3 IT people in my office, and they're reasonably busy. And one of them now just sits on a stool at a table and does his work there every day during the 2 days everyone is in office. And so he's just kind of, he lives there. He's trapped there. I'm okay with mainly training Horse anyway, because I think Lumble is mainly just going to be for Sizzlipede, because the ground type Horse can take out most things in the next gym. And so in order to facilitate this, and in order to create a focused, funneled community space on the first floor of the building, they oh yeah, not only does he sit down there like that, Niels, he also is like right in front of a window. So just like every passersby sees this depressed man on a laptop doing his entire job from down there. And the idea is, if you have tech questions, you can go down up to 8 floors and talk to him instead of sending an email to the IT, you know, group at work. Of course! Like, in what world, dude? In literally what world? And, no, like, it doesn't make sense. Well, it's his first day doing it, so I asked him today, I literally talked to him. I went down to grab to get an espresso out of the Nespresso machine. I just, you know, I had to have my espresso. And, sorry, I just remembered I could do that. And I go like, yeah, how you liking it down there? And he gives me, this is a man I've never spoken to before. Like, I've seen this guy around. He's not the IT guy I have worked with when I've had problems, but like, I've seen him around. I know his face. And he just like gives me this little smile that tells me everything I need to know. It's just like, I think this is stupid, and I think that consultant is a bitch-ass motherfucker for creating this situation. Just this little grin. And I'm just like, yeah, man, I get it. This is fucking silly. So he's in hell. But the reason I tell this story is, again, in order to make this a focused community place where everyone goes down to the first floor for their coffee and their tea. Which they already went down there for lunch, so, like, you know. But in order to do that, this genius consultant took all of the coffee and hot water machines out of all the other floors. And so I can't just, like, go across the hall and make a cup of tea anymore. I have to take the elevator down 7 floors, 6 floors, and do it there. And it is simply like, why? The question I have for what at this time is to say why. Literally, we are talking on my floor about just like pitching in and buying an electric kettle. So the problem is the consultant is on our floor. He is on my floor. And so we can't be caught by him doing this. But his contract's been extended, but I don't think he's going to be around too much longer. So once he leaves, we're all just going to pitch in on an electric kettle and keep it by the sink and not tell anyone. And I don't think, like, literally the, like, operations manager whose job is to, like, manage, like, oh, someone needs something for their office. Oh, this furniture needs to get moved. That kind of thing. That lady's on our floor. She isn't going to give a shit. Like, literally the only person who's going to care is this silly dipshit of a man. I'm yawning you because I don't know how good Hypercube is actually going to be. So, and so we're planning to get an electric kettle. and I speak to someone on another floor last week. I find out we're not the only floor talking about pitching it on an electric kettle. And so that's the plan. Hi, Pad. That's the plan as of the moment, is just to go in on an electric kettle. The other funny thing is that, so on my floor, someone who left a few months after I started, curated like a pretty good collection of teas. Like, we just had a tea drawer by the sink under the former coffee maker. And there was a lot of tea. Like, we're still drinking her tea. It wasn't all hers, but she really curated that motherfucker. She accumulated a large amount of tea. And, I've been going through it. Others on the floor have been going through it. For the almost a year since she left, we've continued to. The other weekend, I had this is a coworker I was really friendly with, and then she left and kind of dropped off the face of the earth for a little while. New job, busy, things happened. We all got busy, holidays happened. But she texted me recently, and we wound up grabbing coffee recently. We wound up grabbing coffee the other weekend and just catching up. And I got to relay to her, yeah, we're still all using your tea stash, but we've been barred from using it anymore by this psychotic man from California who's decided tea and coffee are only allowed to exist on the first floor of the building. So that's a funny thing that's happening. Yeah, Paddington, you came in the middle of a story about a consultant who has gotten rid of all of our normal coffee makers on each floor of my 9-story building, and instead now we have 1 2-cup Nespresso machine that only does fancy espresso drinks. There are 4 different kinds of Nespresso pods stocked up, which is nice in theory, but it's they all have little explanations on the sides about what they like. Oh yes, this one you can make. This one's best for an espresso, or a cortado, or a lungo, whatever the fuck that means, or an intenso, which is new on me. I think intenso is one of the smiling friends. I don't care about any of this dialogue, by the way, so I apologize. I'm just hitting A through it. I really enjoy Team Yell, but I don't care about them. So that's just what's happening. Is we have you can't get a normal cup of coffee. It was bad coffee from the old machines. Of course it is. I was making coffee and bringing it in, or if I needed to, I would go to, there's a Pete's up the block, and I like Pete's a lot. But you can't just get you can only get an espresso or an Americano, and it's the Nespresso machine, you choose what you want on this little circular touchscreen where it says, it explains to you the notes and undertones of the coffee you're about to drink. And it's dude, I'm about to have 3 hours of back-to-back meetings. Shut the fuck up and give me my coffee. It's hilarious. It is so fucking funny. Yeah, I don't know. He also, there used to be 2 microwaves in the lunchroom. Now there's only 1. And the reason for that is that there was a big table where both microwaves and a toaster oven lived that he got rid of, and in where theirs used to be, on the wall, is a giant TV that plays slideshows of video and stuff from the work that we've done at my job. I should not keep you out. I'm just gonna do some spawning. Yeah, you're not living on here, Cube. Oh, you're not living at all. So literally, this big table was gotten rid of. So 1 microwave got moved to. There's technically another kitchen on the other side of the first floor, but it's it's for events. It's by the boardroom that people use, and so it's for the holiday party in the office uses that. But so there's 2 microwaves there. One of them is plugged in. So a lot of us just said fuck it and use that now. I'm gonna need a fairy or a fighting type one of these days, huh? You've got counter, that'll do. And so there's only 1 So the 1 microwave that is in the break room is a new one that he got us. And no one can figure out how it works because the way you like turn it on and like set things is all like on a dial. Paddington, you have my Farfetch'd. You have my Farfetch'd. We could trade live on air if you're okay with that. We don't have to, but it would be funny. So the microwave he got is like a kitschy, like cute aesthetic microwave that looks like the 70s, and like it's got a rotating dial with a LED screen on it, and that is how you like microwave your food, and it's incomprehensible. And there's like a matching toaster oven that also sucks. It's just, I know I've been sitting here bitching for 20 minutes about the situation in my workplace's lunchroom, but it's just wild. I looked away and didn't see why Horse didn't land a hit. It's just a very silly situation. Workplaces. The snarl kill? No. That's not the stat we care about. Stamina is a very cool ability. I like stamina quite a bit. What? Why is... I don't... Oh, is it because we're not getting hit with physical moves? It is, isn't it? All right. I'm just gonna... He has the bird out. I'm just gonna kill them all. Yeah, listen, that's the thing, is like... This is an office of about 50 people. Right? And so, like... Fuck you, Linoon. And so... You're creating just really annoying learning experiences for, like... You know, me, your sassy 30-year-old internet-savvy, tech-savvy little bitch. But also for, like... A pissed-off 63-year-old lawyer. You know, like there's a pretty wide range of people who work at my workplace, and it's just like no one's got the time for that, man. Like no one's got the time to learn how a new microwave works. Like why I don't know. Some people think that it is a like progressive and wise, I mean progressive in the like progressing to a better thing, not in a political, like some of this thing, it's like always a good thing to do, to be like, let's get the new annoying and kind of kitschy tech option. Why are we still fighting these guys? I guess I've established the reason why. But yeah, Pad, let me I have your Lombre if you want it. What does a dial mic? I've never seen a dial microwave in my life. I'd never seen it. And it was also, you know, this was like a bunch of us getting together to have like me and a couple coworkers having lunch together, and like we all have shit to get back to. We don't have time to learn how this fucking thing works. It was just very silly. Tons of damage. Kill that cat. Oh, Drizzile. I don't like Drizzile. Why are your hands and feet green? Green doesn't really stick around in your color scheme. Why is it there? Yeah, this guy also, like, I don't know, did some, like, let's make a word cloud where everyone puts in, like, things they do and don't like about the workplace. And he, like, made this presentation about, like, things that he suggested people should, like... He made this presentation about, like, good and bad workplace practices, and there was this whole part that was, like... Do be constructive. Don't gossip or talk unkindly about your coworkers. And we all, like, you could, this was on, like, a remote day, I think, but I could feel me and everyone else in my office smirking, because, like, I work in communications for my workplace, and so I am, like, writing press releases and blogs and other shit for, like, with, probably about a dozen different people. And by God, I'm gonna talk shit about them with my coworkers, because that is how we cope and survive. That is just what you do. And it's just funny. That's the last of my work thoughts. We're looking for Kabu. Oh, my poor horse. Man, we really got beaten up a little bit. But we got healed. It's fine. I admit... Who am I going to switch out for the bird? I guess... We'll talk about it. We'll figure it out. Maybe it's Hypercube. We will not be switching out my beautiful sweet baby. I've also just been kind of playing this game. Like, yeah, maybe I have a rotating team of like 9 or 10 Pokemon. You know, like I've been enjoying doing that. It's been pretty cool. No. Actually, no, we won't. Or wait a minute, we can we trade right here and now? Is that a thing we can do? Hey Paddington, if you want to turn on your Switch, I don't think we're friends. I will not friend you live on air. You know, I'm not gonna tell. I mean, I will, but I won't show your friend code. But let's become friends and do that trade. I have saved. Yeah, Pad, you're in the post game, right? You're doing the you're in the first DLC now. The nice thing about the first DLC is that eventually you'll be able to play the second DLC, which is good. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go over here. We're gonna see what Gaflinda and Onion are up to. And Pad, I will keep an eye out for your friend code if you want to DM that to me. And once I've added you, I will put the game back on the television. And we'll do a funky little trade. I'll remember how trading works in Sword and Shield. I don't know off the dome. In the meantime, though, I think I'm actually going to set us to be right back for a minute. I'm gonna go put some water on for tea. So, we'll be right back. And we're back. Oh, there we go. A trade partner has been found. Time for a trade. Why, I just happen to be standing here. But now that you mention it, sure, let's go. Here is Lolo, the Lombre, who I will be sending to Paddington. At least, Paddington, I assume that's you. I assume we've done this successfully. Yeah, there it is. Oh, what a handsome bird you've offered me. Ah, what a fine fowl. Yes, yes. Give me this fine fowl. I am ready. I am ready to receive the fowl. Goodbye, Lolo. I'm pretty sure I told Pad to nickname this thing something, but I don't remember what. It's Wetzel! Yeah, I just kind of decided this guy should be named Wetzel. Like I said, I don't theme my names anymore. Hello, handsome. I would love to receive my Trading Partners League card, please. All right, time to quit the trade. Paddington, thank you so much. Live bird live on air. Bird caught on tape. Genuinely, Paddington, thank you very much for doing that with me while I'm just impromptu while I'm streaming. Truly appreciate it. All right. So the question now. Well, I mean, I guess the question is, do I need that guy on the team right now? But I kind of like to have him on the team. The real answer is, like, Gaflinda is the one who isn't doing a lot in the squad right now, but getting rid of Gaflinda is not an option as far as I'm concerned. Gaflinda is the GOAT. Paddington, I can show you what your current league card looks like. This is a cool thing they did. Yeah, I think mine's just the default, whatever. Yeah, there I am. Album. This dipshit. This dipshit. Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, you have Marnie hair. You have Marnie hair, but it's pink. Everyone remember to take your tea bags out of your tea. Don't forget. Don't forget. Man, Sword and Shield had really good outfits. My original playthrough of these, I was like I was the girl trainer, and I was like the dark red hair, and like I had like a white leather jacket. It kicked ass. Yeah, like these are great. These are such fun. The signatures on them is very fun. They're great. I love these. All right. Let's talk about it. Do we box Hypercube? Like, the thing is, Hypercube will be our one thing against fairy types, because he'll be poison. But we're not dealing with those yet. He's also our best answer to fighting types. Well, let's look at this bird real quick. Do you get any flying moves? You're obviously not flying, but you are like physiologically a bird. Do you get? Ooh, okay, all right. Good nature. Sand attack, Leer, Fury Cutter, Rock Smash. Surely it can learn Aerial Ace or something, yeah. You think I bought a huge bag of Lipton for taste? No, it was for the pure, unadulterated, grimace-worthy Kathy. Hey, if it's worthy of Grimace, it can't be too bad. Well, you know who we're not gonna need, to be perfectly honest, who we're not about to need in the upcoming gym. Sorry, Smackerel, you're out for right now. You've been out-startered. Gaflinda is the starter now. I think that's perfectly fine. We'll get you back. This way it's more of a challenge for a little while. Ooh, I nearly got whacked by that guy. So Wetzel, you have... I would love to get, because I know the way this guy evolves is like he has to do 3 crits in one battle. I wonder what the best way to deal with that is. I wonder what like what's the best way to like guarantee or near guarantee multiple crits in a battle, you know? I don't completely know. I'm gonna fight some stuff for a second, but I want to get out of this cave. There's a crit increasing. Yeah, there's like one of the X items does that for a battle at least, right? I also just need to get some levels on the boy, and this is not the place to do it. You can learn Leaf Blade. Well, that's dangerous. We might be just ditching the starter then, if that's the case, because that really patches, like that sews us up nice. And I don't mind that. I sure don't mind doing a starterless run. That's kind of fun. Or a starterless rest of the run. We'll see. Because, yeah, the real thing is, like, I don't have a Psychic or a Flying right now. And, or, I mean, I do have a Psychic. Like, and I do need a Psychic, because I need, like, something to deal with fighting, even though we don't, we have the Ghost Gym Leader, not the fighting one, because this is Shield. But even so, like, you know, there'll be fighting types out in the world, and I want an answer to those. And Hypercube, again, also will be our one good answer to Fairy. And so I don't think Hypercube's going anywhere. I think Hypercube has to stick around. And, you know, like, Snorunt isn't doing a lot right now. Snorunt would be the answer, but I care more about keeping our shiny Snorunt than I do about keeping our starter. I truly do. Coil, attack, defense, and accuracy all boosted. That's pretty great. You don't really need Bite. I think we can get rid of Bite. Actually, no. I'll just get rid of Smokescreen. I think boosting 3 stats is certainly good enough for government work. Would love to run out into the wild area and just like get some EXP candies for the bird. I don't think I have any. I'll check in a minute. Come on, Lumbolt. Lumbolt, you're better than this. You can do it. There we go. That's the good stuff. Let's see. Guy over there. Item over here. Oh. That's reasonably cool. Man, I do like the light, like all the like lens flare in this cave is interesting. Like this is a cool area. I like Galar Mine number 2. Okay, we do not. Oh, you know what though? Hold on. Horse, have some sand. None of these are crit rate items. No. Alright. Horse, I think you're probably good level-wise, but I want to make sure you are, because you're probably going to carry through most of the fire gym. This guy is talking about steam power! There's another thing I like about these games. I really like how far they commit to the British slang in these games. Like, every other character you meet in these games is like, oh, core blimey, I'm right chuffed in it. Fucking peas and carrots then, don't it be? Tea with the Queen, aye. Alright cuppa then, innit? Alright cuppa the stuff. Core the blimey to the tuna. Ugh. And I just think that's fun. Ground type really kicks ass, you know? Like, do you ever just think about ground type Pokemon and the things they can do? They're all Liverpudlians. Aye. Aye, this Onix needing an extra slap or two before we're gonna deal with him. In it, love. You like face on this man. Yeah, Mudsdale is a Pokemon that I didn't, to be honest with you, I didn't care that much about back when Sun and Moon came out. But if it, oh yes, Hypercube is getting a good psychic move. Hell yeah, Hypercube. If anything, it was Emerald Rogue that really made me respect and appreciate Mudbray and Mudsdale. I mean, y'all were there for a time or two that Mudbray just like absolutely decimated a run. It's a really good, this donkey, yeah, sorry, it's a donkey and becomes a horse. This donkey rips. This donkey now horse later really slaps. Sand Tomb. Very good. The donkey is a workhorse. More and more people are saying this. I'm just fishing to see if there's anything else interesting in here. Nope, I fucked that up. Other interesting stuff. It is interesting, by the way, to look on the side here and see who's playing this game in 2025 and what they're catching, what they're doing. I was gonna say though, I had on in the background. Actually, we're gonna enjoy Kabu for a minute. I like this guy. Thank you for helping out with my training, Team Yell, but I must say, it's unforgivable for you to get in the way of a Carkol hard at work. We ain't getting in its way, we're trying to cheer it on. You did the number on us in that Pokemon battle, so it's time for Team Yell to stop. Sorry, it's time for Team Yell to stop it and give a morale boost elsewhere. Cheering is one thing, but one shouldn't get in the way of honest work. Gord. That's Kabu, man, he's wicked. No wonder he's the fire-type gym leader. Man, he's wicked. I like this guy. He's just a hard-working older man. He trains against water types because he's a fire-type guy. Like, how fun. I also think it's fun that they do the Viridian City thing a couple times in this game where you have to, like, you know, go back to a town you've already been through to actually fight the gym there. Like, you have to, you know, this is our second time going to Motostoke, and now we get to fight this guy. It'll be our second time in Hammerlock when we get to fight the dragon dude. I remember Lee talking about Kabu. He said that a lot of gym challengers give up because they just can't beat him. Him and his team of mostly mono fire types, and one very large centipede. Alright, gang. Is there more route here? There might be a little more route here, but I don't think there's much. Alright then. Oh yeah, holy shit, Poke Jobs. Hop, remind me how this works. Looks like there's no helping it in that case. Settle down and let... Professor Hop. They do foreshadow it. That's kind of fun. Wow, that's actually kind of funny. Ugh, Pokemon who are in need of something. Pokejobs from the Rotomi. The Rotomi? Why do they call it that? Now I'm Cream Cracked. I'm for the buddy who drop in and some sleep. Come tomorrow, that fire-type gym leader Kabu better be ready, because I'll be coming for him. God, British people are so silly. I wish Britain was real. No, I don't. This place is full of owls. It's always funny to talk about the real places Pokemon regions are based on that way. Like, oh man, yeah, Hawaii is so beautiful. The flowers, the volcanoes, the ocean, the creatures from other dimensions emerging through cracks in the sky. What a beautiful place. Get the Galaxy Brain meme. Tiny Brain, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet don't run very well. Galaxy Brain, Spain runs at 10 FPS. Yeah, Pokejobs, completely forgot about that. Hey, kill this big bird. I can't use you. Had a Noctowl back in Heart Gold. My 4, I gotta kill Big Bird. I mean, I can catch it just for the experience, I guess. And just to have it in the Pokedex. Hey, great job, Lumble. No, I love Noctowl. My Heart Gold team back when those games came out was like 4 Pokemon. I know I had Meganium. I know I had Noctowl. And then I think I just had like a Quagsire and an Ampharos. I think it was really just the early Roots gang. The early Root Essentials Club, basically. Oh boy. Friends of the Academy, I would like to catch this bird. Now that I've been implored not to kill it by my good friend 9 of Meals. 1, 2, 3. Fuck off! Now this is a matter of spite. Do I have a better ball? Does it want to feel fancy and be in a premier ball? Oh, Dusk Ball, it's night. No, listen, I have to catch one now. It's important. I believe... yeah. When I had... Oh, it's brutal swing time. When I had Noctowl and Heart Gold, I named it Mr. Weeble. Does anyone remember old YouTube channel of lore Mr. Weeble? Take your time. You can try and spell out how Weeble is spelled if it helps. Niels, you don't? Do you perhaps remember classic songs? Let me, I'm gonna do a dramatic reading right now. I'm gonna do a dramatic reading right now of some, hold on, let me, it's better if we just keep having the game music over here. So let's add that in. There we go. I'm gonna do a dramatic reading. Badger, 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 badger. Badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom. It's a snake. Ah, it's a snake. It's a snake. Ah, it's a snake. That yeah, that's the badger, 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 mushroom, mushroom guy. And you know, I look at my horse My horse is amazing. Give him a lick. Oh, he tastes just like raisins. Like, he just had a bunch of fucking songs about weird animals. Yeah, that's Mr. Weeble. That's Weeble spelled W-E-E-B-L. And one of his classics was Owls, which I believe goes, owls, everyone is fond of owls, except for mice and shrews, and Simon Cowell. And we know what they've done to you, I think. The owls in your dressing room. The owls in your gravy. Even if you hide at sea, there's owls in the Navy. Simon Cowell, your days are numbered. Owls will get you while you slumber. In the night, they'll come for you and tear your crazy legs in two. Because you're the king of the beavers. The king of the beavers. The king of the beavers, and you can't fool owls. The king of the beavers. The king of the beavers. You cannot deceive us, no. You can't fool owls. No, shit. No, there we go. That's my dramatic reading of the and all the songs just looped, like they're all just like about that long, and you know, just like you could loop them. It is not in Hundreds of Beavers, and what a shame that is. What a great film. I loved Hundreds. I watched that over Christmas. What a great movie. But yeah, so I named my Noctowl Hundreds of Beavers, or I named. Yeah, Jay, you named your Noctowl Hundreds of Beavers. I named my Noctowl Mr. Weeble entirely after my favorite Mr. Weeble song. He also had a series called Weeble and Bob that was just about two guys named Weeble and Bob doing stuff. There's one I remember where they sing a little song that's a parody of I'm Bringing Sexy Back, but it's about how they're driving home to make a cake or a pie. A cake or a pie. And then they crash into a walrus. And you know, that's pretty random. I switched and I had a different Pokemon now. Okay, Yamper, you want to play that game? We can play that game. I'll take the burn chance on you. Yeah, Mr. Weeble is like what a man. Yeah, the burn chance wasn't really necessary. I could have just bit probably. Mr. Weeble is such a just like internet guy of a certain era. Like in my head, he was around at the same time as like Ed's World. Rest in peace, Ed Gould. Ed's World and like Clay World. Ed's World. Clay World, no relation. Swoobat, we will put Lumble out for that. Oh, actually, I should have put our shiny friend out. Charlie the Unicorn and llamas with hats and everything. That's, man, I was a pretty devout Jason Steele follower for a long time. I was like, he was like streaming video games for a long time. Mr. Film Cow. He was I was a regular donor to him on his streams for a while I was YouTubing under the Hi I'm Jay name pre-COVID, and then I kind of lost track of him after that. I assume he's still like making stuff. I think there was a new final Charlie the Unicorn or a final llamas with hats or something like a year ago. That's like one of the purest cases I can think of like a guy who just had a successful career of being silly. And bless him for it, you know? There we go. We're getting some levels. Ooh. Ooh, you saying this horse is gonna get high? Can we show that on Twitch? The Strength Sapper of Bulldoze is good, and we don't, or the Speed Sapper rather, and we certainly don't need Mud Slap at this point. Madam Caroline. I listen. It's not about making my horse high, it's about getting on my high horse. And by God, I have crawled up atop my high horse. There's a lot of trainers in between these areas, wow. Let's see if Wetzel can, like, do anything effective yet. Let me give him an item of some kind. Actually, hold on. First off, let's give you a muscle feather. Let's give you a swift feather. Do I have anything you'd really like to have? Maybe not. Oh, I don't have a lot of berries because I've been doing a lot of curry making. Damn, you ever just pop right out of a menu and immediately be accosted by a police officer? Fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. This guy's the worst face I've ever seen. This guy has, like, shot 3 teenagers. The only bad thing about, like, making jokes about how awful the police are is that usually those jokes involve, like, the number of unnecessary civilian casualties that the police create. Our little bobby hat. Should they? Should he have a little bobby hat? I suppose he should. Alright, Wetzel, I don't want you to beef it, so I'm actually switching you out immediately. Lumble, you can take an ember and then I'll heal you. Then maybe they shouldn't be so trigger happy. Niels, I could not agree more if you paid me money. Hey, here's a really good question. I do have some super potions. I need to get more. We're on a little low on healing items. I will say, this is not like... It's not really like a too easy Pokemon game so far. Like, I have my couple guys that are super overpowered, and I do guess that I could be like... I could have the horse out right now, right? You know, and just like, okay, ground type, blam, sweet. But like, if you want to have a variety of Pokemon out, you do end up like, you know, nothing's really over leveled. I'm on par mostly right now. And that feels pretty good. So great news. I've brought a treat out. Actually, I'm gonna save my treat for when it's gym time. Boy, I had one fabulous treat recently. There is great bread pudding at my local farmer's market. There's just like a bakery stall that sells, you know, oh, beautiful donuts and muffins and all these wonderful things. And I'm there on Saturday, not really, you know, I just got like, oh, I need like a thing or two. I'm just kind of like walking around to take a walk on a Saturday morning more than anything. And I go, oh, what do they have here? And I walk by, and they've got these giant, like really tall cake slice wedges of what looks at first glance like it's some sort of like apple cake with full slices of apple in it. And it's not that, I realize as I get closer, and I ask what I'm looking at. And yeah, it is straight up like a cake density bread pudding that they sell in like big, tall, thick cake slices. And so I get a slice and take it home, and I eat it over like 2 days. And it's incredibly delicious. It's so good. It's so freaking yummy. And I want to try and I have some food goals this year. I want to try and like, I've been saying for a while that I want to try and make preserves, but I do. But on top of that, all right, before we do that, I'm going to go buy items while I'm thinking of it. On top of that, I want to learn how to like make good bread pudding, because this stuff, it was like thick. The texture was really good. It was like vanilla and cinnamon, and then you get to like what the like the outer layer would be, where the crust would be, where it was a pie, and just that part had like chocolate chips in it, and that was like a lovely little surprise. It was, yeah, I know it's dead simple, but it's just like, it's a simple thing I haven't learned to do, you know? It's one step, but I don't know the one step. Someone I knew once, I guess I can say, someone I dated once, was like a good cook, but would get ambitious in ways that didn't always pan out with what they were making, which is never a bad thing. I do that too. Sorry, it smells like rice is cooking, and I'm not using the rice cooker. Nothing is cooking in my kitchen. I've had dinner. This person I was dating specifically would make like very well-meaning, but often not panning out culinary swings when it came to like using leftovers in specific ways. Like one time, this was like deep COVID, this was deep lockdown. We kind of had this pod going that was me, my roommate, and both of our partners, and my partner was this person I was dating. And, you know, we the four of us would end up together, and we would just keep track of how we were doing wellness-wise, COVID-wise. And one night, we decided to be silly and DoorDash sundaes from Friendly's because we just really wanted a fancy ice cream sundae. But they got really melty on the way to us, and so they kind of got ruined. And the person, this person I knew said, "Oh, well, no worry. I'll take these and reconstitute them into an ice cream cake." What she didn't take into account, I guess, or what just didn't work out in her favor. Man, Marnie does have like steel pin heeled boots. I never or shoes. I never noticed that. We're gonna give Marnie a chance to see if she's ready. They just come out of the background. I love them. She ends up making this ice cream cake, but the problem is that she has neglected to think about the fact that there was whipped cream on all these sundaes, which like kind of like melded in with the ice cream. And so the texture of the whole thing is fucked. So this is someone who like does very well-meaning uses of leftovers, but just doesn't always pan out. And so this other one they made was this bread pudding that was to use up a bunch of stuff. And it was almost good, but one of the things they wanted to use up, and this was like a pan of bread pudding they gave to me because they were like, "I had a bunch of this, here, take some." It had like peanut butter powder in it, like what you would use in like a like smoothie or something, or if you for some reason want to make your own peanut butter using peanut butter powder, that's, you know, what you'd use. And it was like somehow all the wet parts of it were too wet and all the dry parts were too dry. And there were like raisins in it, and there were these weird little pockets of peanut butter powder in it. And it does, I now feel bad for saying this was someone I dated. You didn't hear that. It's someone I knew. It doesn't, I'm never gonna watch this. But, I feel bad putting that out in the world. But it was just not good. And so for a while I didn't have bread pudding after that, but I knew bread pudding could be really good. And so I have this bread pudding last weekend, and it really like just knocked my socks off. All the way off my dang self. And I wanna make good bread pudding now. Yeah, I do know how to make risotto. I haven't done it much because it does run in the family, but that means like I usually only have it at like family gatherings with my like you know, dinners with my parents. And if I'm at a family dinner with my parents, my mom is the one making the risotto. That's already spoken for. Will Bud Bite be super effective here against Scragman? Actually, no. Wetzel, you've been acquired. You're a new addition this evening. Your time to shine is here. But yeah, I've made risotto. And I've like made it with my mom when she's making it. My mom, risotto is like one of the things that is like, this is a food of my parents' house. Like this is a quintessential food of like going home, you know? Let's get Sandy with it. Oh my god, dude, you cannot take a hit. great meal for when my depression is hitting. Yeah, and I do always need new ones of those. I have soups I make in that state. Like, one pot meal, single pot meals, right, are always the way to go when you're in that sort of state. Tons of damage, Wetzel. Tons of damage. Fucking Wetzel, dude. Hey, Wetzel, buddy. We'll come back to you. Like, I've talked before of my very simple lentil and potato soup, where you go to the grocery store, you get all your ingredients for 15 bucks. You make, like, enough soup for 8 days. You can put whatever seasonings you want in it. Team Yell being in the background is really funny. The number of trainers who do just have super potions is pretty funny. Hello, Alexandrites. Our Pokemon are doing pretty good. We just got a special fighting type bird from Paddington. Unfortunately, it's not good yet, but it will be. It will at some point be good. We just here's our centipede who can spin to get stronger. And we're just talking about cooking right now. I hope you are well. I had a lovely time doing the first part of The Devil in Me last night. Even if it was kind of boring. I like the point it got to. Rice and beans. Yeah, that's... Oh, a chili without tomatoes. So Niels, is the base for that just entirely like chicken broth or vegetable broth or something like that? As far as like the liquid base goes? Because, like, you can do any number of things with that. You can season the shit out of that. Like, that's still really good, I'm sure. Sure, yeah, and so it becomes... No, that sounds great. I love rice and beans. That's actually... I have been on a burrito kick, recently. That has really whipped. Because what I realized is... And, you know, like, I've known this, I've done it this way before, but I was sort of reminded that, like, the way burritos are presented to you at, like, a Chipotle or a Moe's is, oh, here's all these separate ingredients we put in the burrito and assemble in order, and it's all these, like, strips of different things and layers of different things through the burrito. Here's the actual way to make a burrito. Get a bunch of things that can all be sauteed together. Get a bunch of things that are going in a burrito. They can all be put in a pan together and sauteed. Saute them all in a pan together. Put them in the fridge. Put them in a big container, put them in the fridge. Pull them out when you want a burrito. Scoop up a couple spoonfuls of your burrito slurry into that tortilla. Wrap that bad boy up. Put it on the pan and grill it for a minute because we're not playing around here. And you have a delicious homemade burrito that you've assembled and cooked in like no time. On my work from home days, it is like so easy. Because it also, like, you know, I'm not vegetarian, but I will eat meatless a lot. And I'll just do, like, this last week I did just, like, black beans, green pepper, and onion, and a bunch of, like, chili powder and some other seasonings. Just sauteed in a pan, just a ton of that. Put it in a container. Keep that in the fridge whenever you want it. Put some in a tortilla. Man, you really did miss with that 95%, didn't you? Shred some cheese over it or under it. There you go, buddy. And you're good to go. And that's been really fun. I also love... I don't do it every morning like one Riley Hopkins does, but I do love a good breakfast burrito as well. I made one on Sunday. You know, always keep a couple potatoes around so I can make some home fries if I need to. If a dire compulsion hits my heart and soul, this is the way. Yeah, just having tortillas around has really been kind of a game changer recently for me. Ooh, rah, rah. All right, there's Marnie. Marty's got kind of like an all-timer outfit. Like, that's a good look. It's too bad about the weird crop top they put that child in near the end of the game. Don't like that very much. Morning, Jay. What? Because she's got a bunch of, like, what sounds like southern accent to how she talks. What part of the UK is she meant to be? Like, when you get to her town later, what part of the UK is that meant to be? I'm sure British people... Don't be so chuffed. Chuffed's a good word. Largest possible tortillas. Yeah, I had that same realization. I've been buying the Mission brand ones, which are like at my grocery store. They're in one of those little display things at the end of an aisle. But then I went through the, like, you know how grocery stores have the, like, here's the Hispanic and Italian and Asian section, where it's kind of all three of those in one aisle together. It's three shrugs about different nationalities of food all in an aisle together. They have these really good big Goya ones there, and Goya, man, the CEO of Goya is a shitty dude. He loves Donald Trump. I don't think I'm changing too much by occasionally buying his tortillas. Goddamn, we're all complicit every day. If I'm gonna be complicit, one of the ways I'm gonna be complicit in is eating really good tortillas, because there's a really good. This guy quit his job so he could watch the gym challenge. Buddy, the gym challenge. Who's gonna tell him? The gym challenge isn't like a once-in-a-lifetime thing. Who's gonna tell him? A quick search and people are saying Marty Mancunian? Oh, from Manchester? Sure. You can just watch it on TV. Okay, I do like we're back in town and there's like people talking about our fight. Like that's really cool. Like again, like one of the biggest successes of this game is that they do make the gym challenge feel like a local big event, you know? A fried corn tortilla with just butter and salt on it. I have not. That sounds great. I bet that's really good. Tonight for dinner I made this was intended to be like a meat pasta sauce, but it is kind of closer to like Cincinnati chili, because what I made is I made like kind of a marinara sauce, a bunch of one with ground turkey and like pepper and onion, and just like it's very thick. And I've been having it over. I discovered a really good Italian import store, which is like an Italian grocery with like good pasta and stuff, like a good like Italian imported pasta. The instructions are actually in Italian on the package and shit. And so I wanted to just make some good pasta. And so I've been having just this really good, like, it's basically Cincinnati chili, but with a shorter pasta shape, because I don't really like spaghetti. I don't know why. I'm fine with some noodles, but spaghetti, I like noodles in like a soup. Like I like, you know, I love ramen and other like soba noodles and shit, but like not so much a fan here. I want Lumbolt to evolve. We're gonna do that real quick before we do this. Spaghetti hater, shaking your hand, Paddington, shaking your hand. I don't know, there's just something about that noodle shape with pasta sauce that grosses me out. You know, genuinely, I think part of it might be that, like, messy spaghetti is, like, you know, any movie or any, like, ad on TV with, like, oh, here's a messy toddler with food and they're getting it everywhere. It's always spaghetti. It's always spaghetti and sauce. And that, like, it's just, there's a gross association that comes with that over time. And I think that's something that happened to me, is just I saw that too much and it grossed me out. Confuse that bird. Yeah, I like the never-ending noodle if it's like a Japanese noodle bowl of some kind, but not so much with spaghetti. Even like fettuccine, I don't mind. It's really just spaghetti I am grossed out by actively. Also, I just think like it's easier to stab a shorter pasta with your fork. I love a bow tie. I love a bow tie. I love a rotini. My favorite pasta when I was a kid. Yeah, it is just spaghetti. Flat noodles are great. Circular noodle grows. Bow tie was always, we had a, at my college, the like main student union had like a couple different dining options in it where there was like, here's the sort of like sandwiches and fries thing. And then here's the sandwiches place. Here's the fried food that's open late place. And then over here is like the pasta bar. And I would always get like bow tie pasta, butter and cheese, spinach, chicken, garlic, artichoke. They had a lot of shit there. I would make some good fucking pasta there. Always bow tie. Always bow tie. That's the cafeteria ladies at that specific part of my college food hall were so funny because you get your pasta and you'd also get like a roll with it. You'd be asked if you wanted a roll, and I will never forget the way. Why did I catch that second Noctowl? I don't really know why I did that. I'm just on autopilot. I will never forget the way the lunch lady, you know, the cafeteria worker would say, "A roll." Just offers you a may I offer you a King's Hawaiian in this trying time. She would just always say it, "A roll," in a very there was the workers, all the culinary workers at my college were like moms who would, you know, like retired moms or grandmothers who were clearly like talking to us a little bit like they were talking to their grandkids or their adult children, or like they had talked to their children like 20 years before. And this is very cute. It was sweet. Kill this bird. Evolve, Lumbolt. Become a big fish. My favorite pasta as a kid were the tricolor rotini. The ones that are like, you know, yellow and green and red. And I specifically just liked them with oil and cheese, with oil and Parmesan cheese, or butter and Parmesan cheese. I have a really distinct memory of like, my mom wouldn't always let me do this, but I was allowed this one time to eat just like in my bedroom at my little like play toy table, and I'm just eating this little bowl of tricolor rotini with butter and Parmesan cheese on it, and like life has never life is like, you know, that shit was peak, as I believe the young gamers of today would say. That shit was bussin'. Oh, that shit? That was bussin'. Kill this tree. Where are we bussin' that shit, boys? She bus. I don't have more to say than that. It's simply the case that she do in fact bus. Oh wow, everyone's in voice chat for the witness over at Moonshot. Hell yeah. They got a horde of folks over there. Yeah, I didn't know that was even gonna be how it was gonna be. Oh, if this adult human man, I will never say no to the. No, I want to kill something easier for this motherfucker to kill. As much as I hate man wearing clothes, yeah, it was sort of planned in the sense that Martin put a shout in the chat for it a little while ago. We do, sometimes it be like that. When you're the Moonshot Podcast Network, sometimes it be like that. It is time to talk about the treat I have in front of me. My favorite Girl Scout cookie is not a Samoa. It's not a Dozy Dough. It's not a Thin Mint. It's not a, what's the other peanut butter one? Tagalong. It's not any of those. No. My favorite Girl Scout cookie is this. Now this, my friends, is a s'more sandwich cookie that the Girl Scout Cookie Federation of the Universe makes. These are a wonderful treat. Yum, one might say. These are wonderful. I love them very much. My local Girl Scout troop was in front of my local grocery store the other day, and so of course I bought a couple packages of these. As I do, one of the moms who is there with his kids tells me the worst fucking news I've ever heard in my life. This is the last year they're making these things. You give them a peanut butter cookie or a Thin Mint, they're forever. You give them the Tagalogs, they're forever. The classics, they're forever. The like lemon shortbread ones that I don't think anyone actually eats, they're forever. These beautiful things, which they've only had for a few years. I want to say like these first showed up like maybe 5 years ago. Gone forever. And it's the saddest thing in the world. And so I am planning to go back and get like 10 more packages of these and put them in my freezer. This is not a thing I would do with many things. When I was a kid, the Stewart's, the ice cream chain, convenience store chain in where I'm from, has like a seasonal ice cream flavor that they just put out at Christmas time. It's peppermint bark. It's just a good peppermint and vanilla ice cream. It's very nice. And I had a friend whose dad loved that shit so much that they had a second freezer in their basement that was used for other things sometimes in the year. But once the holidays rolled around, the majority of that freezer was entirely half gallons of that ice cream, of that seasonal ice cream. And you know, hey, what's up? Let's go. Lumbo. Become big. Become big, Lumbo, yes. We've got a bigger fish in this small pond. But yeah, I thought that was silly. I thought my friend's dad was a silly man, and now I understand. I get it. I get it all. No, you don't need stockpile. What are you talking about? No, you don't need swallow. It's weird that it learns these. Like, why? I don't know. I'm not convinced anyone has ever used these moves. But, yay, big fish. Whoa. Game Geek over here is catching Pokemon. Or trading Pokemon. Game Geek's getting it done. You know, this guy's kind of a geek. For games, I mean. A little bit of a geek for games. He's a little bit of a gamer. And he's a little bit of a geek. And that's just the kind of thing that that has to be said, you know? Like it just can't really be denied. What a geek for games. Alright. I keep forgetting I have the bike. I like the music in this town. But yeah, anyway, buy your local Girl Scout s'more cookies while you can, motherfuckers. Hello, Hop. Man, he is ahead of us on every badge. How are we ever going to defeat this guy? Oops. Now, one question. Yeah, I don't have any berries for a burn, do I? Hey, you know what? Let's, before we go in here, why don't we put our Pokemon to work? Why don't we, all these Pokemon today are so lazy. No one wants to work. Let's get them a job. I have no memory of what this system is like. Okay, help wanted on our farm. So it's all type hist. Oh, that's very funny that this icon is a lady with star glasses, and a generation after this, you get Team Star, who all wears star glasses. That's quite something now, isn't it? Sure. Do I have 3 normal types? Certainly, I must. You'll do. You'll do. I named this Eevee Irving after Irv from Severance, and I don't really know why I did that. Go forth for the whole day. That is such a we ran out of time screen. All right, no more lollygagging. No more mucking about. It's time to make a right gym challenge, innit? And then I think we'll just call it after the gym, probably. Maybe I'll show up on the Moonshot stream. Anything's possible. Seraph and Neil, since you're both here, no Historia homies this Friday, by the way. This week Riley's busy. Next week I'm busy. We're taking a couple weeks off, as we are almost done. It's weird to be almost done with homies. I think once that's done, Riley has something else that they're gonna be doing on Fridays with someone else. I don't know if they want to have it just be talked about, but they're gonna be doing something else on Fridays. I am probably just gonna be on Moonshot Twitch on Mondays with Claudia for the foreseeable future, and of course, on other events here and there. But I think that's the vibe. Okay, earn 5 points to clear the gym mission. You'll earn 1 point for defeating a Pokemon in the tall grass, or 2 for catching a Pokemon. You won't be alone. Other trainers will be joining you in your battles, and they're gonna sabotage us. That's right. Sorry, Niels. Can these Pokemon be shiny? Just a funny thought. Are they locked? Alright. You, my friend, I need to get the fuck out of here. That's right. That's right, Niels. It's been a long-running plan against you from the start. I really shouldn't have brought this whole package of cookies over here. This is incredibly dangerous. Oh, god damn it, he has one. Kill. Like, it's a plot. It's fine. It's fine that you're actively plotting against me. No, I like it, actually. It's so beyond okay, dude. Like, don't even worry about it. I'm, like, not mad at all. I think it's great what you're doing. The thing you're doing, I really like it. I'm not even mad. Oh, me? No, no. I don't feel anger. Don't know that one. Sorry. If there was a bag of something you liked, you just eat all of it? Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't? It's like one of the most beautiful things we're allowed to do as human beings living in, like, the place and time we live in, that we can just buy a bag of something yummy and eating the whole bag of it. What a gift. Alright, so do those two defeated Pokemon count as me defeating 2 Pokemon in terms of points? Yippee! The fuck is that? Sorry, everyone. There's either a dog howling outside or somewhere in my building, which is interesting because dogs aren't allowed. Or it's just someone with a weird sounding vacuum cleaner. You don't hear a lot of sounds from like other units in this building. Like I'll hear people. I'm sure anyone walking through the hallway can hear me screaming, and I can hear when anyone. Oh, that only counts as 2 fucking points. I don't get points for defeating the other guy's Pokemon. I'm sure anyone in the hallway can hear me, and I can hear when like my neighbor opens and closes their door. But like I have never heard a word from inside my neighbor. Like that wall behind me is, you know, there's another apartment over there. I've never heard a word from over there. I've heard like, you know, thuds and like kids running around above me. But that's really it. Alright, good job, Lumbolt. We're gonna do one more with Lumbolt, and then we're gonna use Horse for the third. There's a reason why, which will reveal itself imminently. Hello, little friend. Could be assaulting. It doesn't sound like that though. It sounds like something else. You know, being an upstate New York native, I have been around my share of road salt in my day, but dear God, the city of Washington, D.C. oversalts their sidewalks. Like, we knew the snow was coming, of course, and so there was salt on the sidewalks out, which makes sense. So much blue salt on the sidewalk, it looked like just like a bunch of panes of blue glass had fucking shattered all over the place. It was like the sidewalks were entirely blue and crunchy. And I don't know, yeah, I guess They gotta make sure. They gotta make sure those federal workers get to work okay. They gotta make sure Elon Musk's army of 19-year-olds, who now have all of our tax data and financial aid info, are getting to and from work okay. They gotta make sure. I guess I don't need to care about catching this one, actually. These fucking cookies, man. So I figure I might as well catch all ones that I don't just already have. That's true, they can't walk well. One of them is a kid who has the nickname Big Balls. It's a headline I saw this morning. Is that noted, like, recent college graduate and Elon Musk appointee, you know, Greg Big Balls Smith or something like that, is, you know, now the fucking Secretary of Defense or some shit. I forget exactly what, but boy, what a shit show. It's an interesting city to live in right now, I'll tell you that much. I hate it all the time, but you know, it's fine. That's why I do things like this, is to have something positive to put some of my time into. Oh, lordy. Now I am going to catch you. Oh, I'm going to get you. I'm going to put you in my orb. I am going to put you into my creature sphere. Oh no, I'm not status affected. Okay, I thought I was. Once more. Look at this other dipshit standing next to me like, you're not. Do you think you're special? Do you think you're cool? Do you think you're part of this? Do you think you're part of my gym challenge? I just killed both your Pokemon. You are not part of my gym challenge. You're a dipshit. Your other friends also dipshits. Yeah, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. Beautiful job, everyone. Beautiful job. You've all done splendidly. You're all my little PogChamps. Wonderful work. Wonderful work. And here we are. So, Lumble, you've done very well. And we will see you again in this fight. But it's Horse's turn now. I am, of course, going to heal you back up. Oops. Very good. All right, let's defeat a 45-year-old man. One more s'more cookie for luck. Forgot about this. He just jogs out with you. He's not already waiting. That's right. One s'more cookie for luck. He's not waiting for nothing. He's going. Look at him. He's got places to go. I just noticed it's not in frame. One of those banners in the stadium is like an ad for like razor, like an electric razor that he's sponsoring or something like that. The fact that you are here means you've bested both Milo's grass-type Pokemon and Nessa's water types, too. That's quite an accomplishment. Every trainer in Pokemon trains in hard pursuit of victory. Look at his fucking sleeves. I know they're not, but imagine those are whole, like, full sleeve tattoos, and this guy just has, like, an insane life history we don't know about. That means decide by which type is it, which side is good at Pokemon. Think about it. Which side is good at the Pokemon? Do you see the Kabu ad? Who's there for a second? Look at this fucking guy. Perfect pose. He's just in it. He takes everyone seriously. Kabu reminds me a lot of a part of Haikyuu I like a lot, which is when I forget if it's the first big tournament that the team goes to or the second after they have a big defeat. But in one of those or the other, I think it's the latter. Karasuno goes to this tournament and it becomes like the tournament that like a large amount I was kind of hoping I'd one-shot it. It becomes the tournament that a lot of the show takes place at and the manga takes place at. Their opposing team is like a team that's just kind of there for fun. You know, they're happy to be there, but they're like, yeah, let's make some good memories. Let's all have fun together. Haha. And then they come out and they play Karasuno. And I'm realizing it's definitely after they've had their first big tournament and had their loss. Because the main characters, the main team you're following in Haikyuu, they're all like immediately taking these kids. Like, it doesn't matter that these guys are clearly like from a school where they're not taking it that seriously. It's not that big a deal. The main characters are there playing 100%. And you get this opposing team's perspective for a minute, and you get them going, oh, these guys are for real. and it's just this shot of the opposing side of the court where our main characters are all just like ready to fucking go. Like, absolute intensity, focus. We are gonna win at all costs in their eyes. Because this is after they've suffered a terrible L. We'll keep you in here. It's okay if you burn down to low. You'll be fine. I think we want the speed drop that Bulldoze gets you. Anyway, that's how Kabu feels. Yeah, there's your Haikyuu propaganda moment for the stream. Horse, please. Great freaking show. Great manga. I've read the whole thing. Okay. Oh man, this is a beefy dog. All right. I am gonna try and get a second speed drop on him. Yeah, because he's still faster than us. He does just mostly have pure fire types. They are good pure fire types. Also, stamina is really good in this fight because we are gonna keep getting more and more resistant against this dog. Okay. Speed is dropped twice. I am going to... I think we can afford the heal. Because Stamina's doing a lot of work for us, and Arcanine's all physical. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that, and it goes up again, baby. And now we go in for the kill. We outspeed, it hits. Goodbye, doggy. So I was hanging out with Moonshot's own Emma Crabmoney on Saturday. She and her partner, Moonshot's Vanna White, Greg, were hosting a little late housewarming party. She told us about a little snack she made for herself one night that was whipped cream and chocolate chips on a graham cracker, which she called Doggy's Last Treat. Which is just fucked up, man. I don't think you should be able to do that. How much do I want Detect? I guess I want it more than I want Sand Attack. Sand Attack doesn't feel like good setup for Farfetch'd. Farfetch'd doesn't feel tanky enough to spend multiple turns lowering enemy accuracy. Alright, Centiskorch comes out. We are switching to Lumbolt because Centiskorch being bug means it resists ground. So anything Horse does would only be normally effective. We are going fish mode. It is fish time. This is also gonna cut off his attempt to set up Sun here. At least I think he's gonna set up Sun here. God, what a cool looking Pokemon. Centiskorch rules. I'm so excited to have one. Here's actually what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna not do that the first turn. I'm gonna paralyze it. I like how he just explains what Gigantamax is for us in case we don't know. Let it change your size and your form. A thing that some Pokemon in this game can do, but not a lot. Look at this guy. Just a big beast. It's just a long beast. It's the scariest tapeworm of